don't look armed.
Some developers add most of the same crap they used in a previous game with the same old story and immediately say, close enough. But when Hideo Kojima is in charge, expect nothing but results that impress for years after the game is finished. The case in point is Konami's critically acclaimed tactical espionage action series known as Metal Gear. It was the year 2001, and Kojima and world-class developer and publisher Konami wanted to find success after the creation of the popular Metal Gear Solid for the first PlayStation. So, the new MGS was slated to get a nice, shiny coat of PS2 paint, added abilities like hanging off edges and firing from cover, a first-person aiming mode for increased accuracy, and a new enemy: Russian terrorists. This is Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and it just begs to be played by those that love political themes, stealth combat, and overall good taste in games, particularly since it's widely regarded to be the first expression of postmodernism in video games.
Who's there?
It is also unique in that it seems to follow the antagonist's stories more than it does the protagonist's, or at least makes it more interesting, due to the fact that they should probably be working together to hustle Metal Gear, but each bad guy has their own personal agenda that tears them apart more and more as the game's story advances. Now, due to time constraints and my overall terrible approach to stealth action games, you are seeing only one of the two playable characters in this game, the least important of which is Snake, the distinctively dressed protagonist of the first Metal Gear Solid. Most of all, MGS2 follows the young Green Horde spy Raiden, whose introduction to the series was somewhat controversial, since the gruff-voiced, cigarette-smoking Snake was considered to be the established face of the series. But Kojima wanted gamers to view Snake from a different point of view.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it.
MGS2 has two stages, the tanker and the plant, both divided into chapters that follow a certain part of the plot. In the first stage, you control Snake through a tanker off the coast of New York City, on a mission to take pictures of the new Metal Gear codenamed Ray. As you move through the tanker, you'll come to realize how superior this game is, even 8 years after its release. For example, in the first MGS, you will remember that enemies moved somewhat independent of one another. Now, guards move in squads and have enhanced AI, causing you to tweak your strategy often to avoid getting the alarm pulled on you. Escaping guard squads is even more difficult since they know their surroundings and try to cut off your escape route. So, now more than ever, you'll have to tread lightly. Me, I usually like to sneak up on my foes and knock them out, preferably in a dark corner where their cohorts won't see the body.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol at the small room on the port side.
The high-action boss battles intrigue me as well, since the stealth element does not necessarily take a back seat to the guns blasting away, meaning you have to find certain angles and cover from which to shoot your enemy. Going back to what I said before, an impressive aspect of this game is the character depth, the story following each hero and heel closely, and from multiple points of view. It's a true spy drama, one that could have been written a long, long time ago in the age of pulp fiction and murder mysteries, but one that I'm glad has found its way to PlayStation 2 consoles around the world. In conclusion, a game as fun to play as it is reference-heavy and political in nature truly deserves to be considered one of the greatest games, not only in PS2 history, but the entire history of modern gaming.
Snake, you okay? Snake! Snake!